y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Check out that Golden Gate Bridge. Silver bounces back to $84.50 something. $84.50. Let's call it $84.50. If this is your first time here, hit that like, subscribe button down below. Today's video topic is how to save money or how to stack silver during inflationary times like today, like these times that we're living. Gold is at 5,100, 5,130 to be exact. I checked it. It's Saturday, February 21st, I believe. Let me double check because I get confused. 21st, yep. So obviously the markets are closed. Silver bounces back. You know, it's not up to 120, 121 where we see the peak, but it's all good. We're gonna see there. Check out that bridge. We live out here. We live in one of the most expensive cities in the world. San Francisco. You see a massive exodus out of California going on right now due to, I guess they want to tax the billionaires, but that's a whole separate story. I'm here to let you guys know how to save money or stack silver or gold during inflationary times, during times where people, don't have as much as disposable income as they did before. And me living in one of the most expensive. You guys see it. I'm not BSing you guys. We're on the bridge heading into the city. So how do regular people survive out here? How do regular folk like me, like you, make things happen out here? While the cost of living is exploding. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The cost of living out here is sky high, but I still manage to save money. I still manage to stack silver, regardless of what the economic circumstances are, right? For now, who knows? If we go through a depression or massive recession, that can change, obviously, right? But right now, since a lot of people, you see it out there, tons of credit card defaults, auto car loans, and people don't have money. Anyways, let's get to the sauce, right? So I'm gonna give you guys free game right here because I feel like nobody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about stack silver, gold, precious metals, diversify, but nobody's telling you how to do it when it comes to living during inflationary periods. So before we get started, I want to talk about something that I personally don't engage in, and which is internet subscriptions. And sometimes when it comes to, either saving money or stacking, a lot has to do with what you don't do. I don't know if that makes sense. There's a lot of things that I don't do that allows me to do things that I want to do or that I need to do, or if that makes sense. So for instance, I don't have any kind of internet subscriptions besides ChatGPT. Other than that, I don't have Netflix, I don't have Spotify, I don't Pandora, music streaming, video streaming. I don't, for what? ChatGPT is different, I extract value out of that. I understand, and even then, I'm thinking of canceling that subscription and maybe going with AI Gemini, but that's different. Generally speaking, is what you don't do is what sets you back. A lot of you guys are out there having these unnecessary internet subscriptions that they add on. They literally add on. People say, oh, it's only $5, it's only $6, it's only, you compound that, as the years go by, and it's a lot of freaking money. Number two, and these are what I'm going to be speaking about, when I bring these things up, a lot of these things is actions or things that I don't do, actions I don't do that the rest of the world does participate in. And yeah. So number 2, I don't wear anything that's designer. I'm not really big into fashion. I don't wear expensive jeans, shirts, shoes. With shoes, I kind of do a little bit of an exception. I try to go for quality. So when you get shoes that are, you know, a higher end quality, and that's because I'm on my feet all day. You know, I'm an active person, right? I exercise, so I kind of do have to spend a little bit more than the average person on shoes. But most people just like to buy, you know, oh, this shoe is cool, I'm gonna spend $250 on it, and next thing you know, they got a whole drawer or a whole closet filled with shoes that they can't possibly use in a whole year. So, not purchasing disposable crap, you know, shoes, clothing. I don't engage in it, you know, and I understand why people engage in that kind of stuff, you know, because you know you want to feel like you're dressing good, you want to look good, you want to go out with your girlfriend, you want to impress the opposite sex. I get it. I'm good looking enough where I don't have to do all that, but that's just me. That's the roll of the dice. You know, not all you guys are gonna be good looking like me. You know, and I understand that too, where looks kind of, especially if you want to engage in the opposite sex, right? It kind of puts you in a position where you don't need to participate in certain things like most people do, if that makes sense. So I don't buy anything that's disposable, and it goes beyond clothing and shoes. It goes same thing with cars. I don't need to drive a brand new car. You know, I'm not necessarily young, but I feel young. But I stay young because I'm physically active, right? I'm in good shape. But that's not the point of this video, right? I'm in good shape where I don't need to buy a brand new car. Like, what do I need? A brand new $70,000, $50,000 car, and then be paying a monthly payment on it for the next 5 to 7 years, 8 years. These auto loans, and then pay interest on it, and then you guys are pissing away so much money that could be allocated into something more productive or something that's gonna at least or protect your purchasing power. Think about it. This, you know, you guys see this truck in front of me, this Jeep. Someone, you know, either that could be the first owner, second owner. Doesn't matter who the owner was, but somebody went out to a dealership, took it out, did some payments on it. Maybe they paid it cash. You don't know, but I'm generally speaking, right, that people put themselves in these situations where at the end of the month, once the end of the month is here, you know, they don't have any spare cash, they don't have any spare money, or sometimes they got to start using credit cards. I don't have a balance. My balance on my credit card is 0. I really live this lifestyle. I drive an old car, you know, for maintenance, right? Even though, you know, the cost of living out here is expensive, I'm still able to stack gold, stack silver. I'm still able to save money. You know, right now we're in Pacific Heights, right? This neighborhood. This is the richest neighborhood in San Francisco. One of the richest. And even these people out here sometimes can't afford the houses and the cars they drive. I done seen it. You know, I know people who've how do I say? I know bankers. I know a banker who deals with people down here, and you guys be surprised of the stories that I hear that he tells me, right, about some of these people, right? But that's a whole different story. Anyways, don't buy disposable crap. Back to how to save money. And the purpose, and stack silver, and the purpose, I guess, of what I'm bringing up to you guys is especially if you're starting off young and you're smart enough. You know, I've been a smart. I think I've always been a smart individual where I'm able to see situations and circumstances and kind of make an educated decision based on the different variables, right? But I've also made a lot of stupid decisions based on emotions, and just because you're a smart individual doesn't mean that you have control of your emotions. You could be a smart individual, know something that you're not supposed to be doing, or you shouldn't do something because of consequences. Because there's always consequences to the actions you take, whether they're negative or positive. You do something negative, you're gonna have negative consequences. Same thing with the positive, or vice versa. Anyways, where was I gonna go with this? Anyways, yeah, I've never had a car. You know, I'm almost 40 years old. I've never had a car note, credit card payments. You know, I've never had a exceeding balance on my credit cards. I've never, owed anyone money. I've took out loans. Like for instance, I bought a property, right? And I did owner financing years ago. This could have been over a decade ago, which was to most people, that's at least how do I say this? So, for like an individual like myself, I despise debt as long as the debt is not. I despise all consumer debt. Anything outside of that, I'm always willing to explore my options, if that makes sense. So when it comes to consumer debt, I don't engage in it. I don't participate in it. And yeah, same thing. A lot of you guys, and here's another one. I want to bring another point up. A lot of you guys own property. I know people that own property out here in the Bay Area, San Francisco. These people should not be owning property. They're spending more money on property taxes and just their what do you call it, their mortgage payment. And a lot of these people, they're not even covering the principal. They're just paying interest on these properties, and they don't even know. And I know this because I'm locked in with some people. Just like I've said it in previous videos. I'm locked in with with bankers. I know people in the financial district, in the financial industries. I know people from all. I'm locked in with people of all walks of life, and I try to absorb information. Especially when it comes to people in the banking industry and just other sectors. Matter of fact, one of the homies, and I'm not gonna say nothing, and somebody that I know is a really good friend. He works for one of the biggest, and I know this individual personally. He works for one of the biggest financial institutions out there. I'm not gonna name it. I'm not gonna say who it is, just because. For what? And yeah. Back to the video, right? And I'm gonna keep it short. I haven't uploaded videos in a while. It's been raining. It's been, I've been busy, right? Anyways, check that out. That's a Chinese consulate. That's a China flag right there. They got the barbed wire. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah. Back to the shit though. Anyways, excuse my language. I'm gonna try to not curse, just because I want everyone to enjoy these videos and the scenes to the city. Anyways, back to saving money and stacking silver. I'm gonna finish it off. I'm gonna put everything together for you guys, and yeah, I don't engage in a lot of the stuff that the vast majority of people participate in. And you see it, as I'm driving down the street, right? Where you have people, you see that Porsche? It's like, why would you buy a Porsche and have it parked on the street? I never, or just brand new cars, people, and this is something, like, I don't get it, right? Anyway, so, it's what you don't do sometimes, and majority of the times, which allows you, and it gives you that leg up to make decisions, or just make moves, and it gives you that wiggle room to be fluid enough. And what I mean by fluidity is just when it comes to your finances and your personal life, you're able to pivot and adjust accordingly based on the circumstances you're faced with. And that's the reason why I don't buy a lot of, disposable crap. I don't have a brand new car. Why would I get a mortgage? Why would I get an outstanding these crazy mortgages that are out there? Why would I buy the latest fashion? And my money, literally, I'm going to explain to you guys how this goes. I literally get a paycheck, and majority of my paycheck stays with me. I literally keep majority of my paycheck. And then I know it sounds crazy to a lot of you guys, where, how do you do it? Just stop buying this stupid shit. That's what it comes down to. Excuse my language. Just stop buying disposable crap. Stop eating out. Stop eating that. Stop going to restaurants. A lot of people have an income problem where they need to. If you're making $25,000 a year and you live in a city like San Francisco, that's a big problem. If you're especially living out here. But it is doable. Even when I was making $30,000 a year, $25,000 a year, I was still able to save money because of those principles of, I don't need to buy disposable crap. I don't go out and eat. I don't have to have the latest phone. They've come out with 25 different iPhones, or whatever the amount of iPhones that they're out there, and I don't need any of it. And a lot of you guys are emotionally tied to these things, and you guys don't even know. It's all propaganda. And what do I do with that excess money, right? I'm gonna cut this video short just because I've been blabbing around too much, yip-yapping too much. Diversification, stacking gold, stacking silver, stocks. I don't buy bonds. That's the last thing I want to buy. Bonds, T-bills, any of that stuff at the moment, right? But anyways, yeah, invest the rest of your money. It literally is that simple. Stop buying the crap. Stop buying disposable crap. Stop buying the shoes. Stop buying the experiences. Stop buying it. That doesn't mean that you don't drive a nice car. I don't drive a car, a car with a missing wheel and a missing window and the window's off track and it's all crashed up, and that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, can you drive a modern car and still, during these inflationary periods, and still save money, whether you want to save fiat currency? I personally don't recommend having more than $10,000, if you're a single individual, in the fiat currency. Anything above that, you're nuts. But that's just me, right? I don't, no internet subscriptions, no credit cards. I don't buy things on layaway. I don't buy things that I don't need. It's that easy. And I don't see anyone on the internet explaining to you guys how simple it is to save money. It literally is that simple. And I'll finish it at that. Gold bumped up to 5,100. Silver bounces back to $84. It's good. I'm telling you guys. Keep stacking. And next thing you know, 30 years from now, you're going to look at the price. You probably won't even remember. We're talking about $80 silver. And if they keep printing money, you guys know they're going to keep printing money. So I know they're going to keep printing them money. So why why get our hopes up that inflation's gonna go away and why stress? I don't stress on none of that. Why? Because I can't control it. I can only control I can only control my actions and where I spend my money at. And I'll leave it at that. Hope you guys hit that like, subscribe button down below. Drop a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. We're in the Tenderloin District right now in San Francisco. This is hey, shout out to Nick Shirley or whatever his name is, that YouTuber who exposed the Minnesota fraud. He was out here a few days ago, which is crazy. I'd be all over the city. I'm surprised I didn't run into him. I would have spoke to him, just because I think he's doing the Lord's work when it comes to exposing the fraud. And there's a lot of fraud out here, trust me. Fraud that you guys probably don't even know about. Fraud that he doesn't even know about, but hey, it's all good. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.